What is up, guys? It is Nick here with Ghost Bros Gaming. Today I have got a Manadome deck list that topped in the OCG. It happened. It finally happened. I'm so excited because I love this deck. I think it is awesome. It's super combo oriented and it can just it can go for days. So before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. We're trying to get to 1,000. We'd really appreciate it. Let's do it.
Ghost Bros Gaming.
Alright, so for this deck list, I want to just point out 3 things. One, there is a Sprite engine. It just makes a ton of sense to play the Sprite engine because they're all level 2s. 2, there's a Scareclaw engine, which is definitely good as well. It's just a huge extender for the deck. And then 3, we get the Maxi, Ash, Called By, and Crossed Out Designator. All cards that revolve around Maxi because you're either trying to resolve Maxi or you're trying to negate the Maxi that your opponent resolved. 9 cards in this deck are dedicated to that, so we won't have that problem when it finally hits the TCG. But starting off, we have 3 Vizas Starfrost, 3 Manadome Riem Heart, 3 Scareclaw Rykart, 3 Ash, 1 Jet because it's limited over there, 1 Sprite Red, 1 Sprite Carrot, 3 Blue, 3 Manadome Mink, 3 Manadome Abscission, 1 Scareclaw Arrival, 1 Terraforming, 2 Called by the Grave, 1 Crossout Designator, 1 Sprite Smashers, 1 Sprite Starter, and then 3 Primal Planet Calarium, 1 Primitive Planet Reichphobia, the 1 Trap Manadome Reframing, the Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Infinite Impermanence, 3 Maxi. Alright, so that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we've got a Gigantic Splight, a Vicious Stroud, a Sprite Elf, a Scareclaw Lightheart, Appaloosa, Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, Baron de Flo, Bestial Dispotter, which is the new synchro for the Bestials, Stardust Dragon, Stardust Charge Warrior, Chaos Angel, Cross Sheep, IP Masquerena, Sky Striker Ace Azalea, and Hope Harbinger. For the side deck, they're playing 1 Pank, 1 Bestial Druisworm, 1 Bestial Magnamut, it is limited in the OCG, 3 Joel and Lockbird, 3 Nibiru, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Raigeki, 2 Triple Tactics Talent, and the 1 Red Reboot, which is still legal in the OCG. So, some things I would like to point out about this list. One, and starting off, is the 3 Scareclaw Rykart. Initially, I had been playing this at 1 in my testing, but I do agree with it at 3 just because you can normal summon it, and that is at least a Baron for what it's worth. I mean, that's pretty good, even if that's all you can do, but usually isn't all you can do. But the Manadome level 2s actually can special summon themselves to the field if you control a monster with 1500 attack and 2100 defense, so this is another way to get that on the board. The next thing that really surprised me about this deck list is that they're not even running Manadome Hearless, the other level 2. I believe when I talked to this person, they said that there was 12 ways to get to the Manadome Meek anyway, which I guess if you really if you count Riem Heart, if you count the field spell, if you count Manadome Abscission, which adds the field spell, or you could count Rhoda because Rhoda can search Riem Heart, which when you normal summon could add a Meek. There are a ton of ways to get this to your hand, so I guess that's true. But besides that, honestly, the deck is pretty standard from what I've seen. It's just it is a very resilient deck and has a lot of options and extension in plays that can fight through negates. I've got some gameplay video that I'm actually going to show you guys now and walk you through my thought process. Alright, so in this match I'm going first, and I'm drawing a handful of spells, but that's okay because I hit the Terraforming, and so with the Terraforming we can just go ahead and add that field spell. The field spell is going to add us the Riem Heart, and then from there we can normal summon the Riem Heart, grab a Meek, special the Meek, and use Abscission to destroy the Meek. And what we're going to do here is that we're going to go Chainlink 1 Riem Heart, Chainlink 2 the Meek that was just destroyed to special another Meek from the deck, and then we're going to use Chainlink 3, the field spell, to special the Meek we just destroyed out of the grave. And then the Obsession actually gets us another copy of the field spell for follow-up next turn. So we really just kind of go like +2 or 3 here just from that play. All right, next up, you almost always are gonna want to go into your Synchro Axel Stardust Dragon, and we're going to use its effect on summon to bring back a level 2, and then we're going to use the 2 level 2s that we have on field to go into Gigantic, just because we don't really have a lot left to do in this combo, because we didn't really draw any other engine pieces, but it's okay. That's fine. We can just go straight into our sprite combos here. So normal sprite stuff, bring the blue out, bring the jet out, add a starter since we already have the smashers. And then we're going to bring out a red. We're going to use these to go into an elf, use the elf to bring back a synchro, and then we're going to use the synchro that we just brought back to go into Masquerena for options on our next play, and then we're going to set the Called by the Grave, set the smashers, and set the Manadome Reframing, which is an Omni Negate. And then since we have a monster with 1500 attack and 2100 defense, we can destroy the card as well. So let's see what happens. So our opponent starts off and it's, oh my gosh, it's Makanko. I have no idea how this deck plays, but I am pretty sure that it's not going to really matter because I'm going to make a 3-mat Appaloosa, bring back my Gigantic, and destroy. Yeah, I mean, it's just too much advantage and he just can't really fight through this. On my next turn, I'm going to use the Vsauce Starfrost that I added off the field spell to destroy the Meek. And the Meek is going to trigger, specialing another one out. Field spell, special summons one out of my deck. I can actually then just banish the Vsauce and a 2100 attack, 1500 attack, 2100 defense monster from my graveyard to bring out Vicious Shroud, which can target 1 card on the field and destroy it, or I believe it's 1 monster on the field, and he gains attack. Then I synchro into Bestial Dispotter, which can then special summon a banished monster back out, i.e. my Vsauce that I just banished, and then I can attack for game here. This deck can put a lot of attack on board very fast. This game I drew a pretty good hand actually, so we did do all 2 of the field spell, whatever. We hit the right card, we have an Ash to stop their Max C if they do decide to Max C me. Let's see how this plays out. He is gonna Pot of Extrav and set, and it's Labyrinth. Oh my god, I hate playing its Labyrinth. Let's play it out though. I'm gonna use Ash on the Big Welcome, which I think is a great spot. Activate the field spell and grab my Meek, and then he is immediately going to destroy my Reichheart with Dogmatica Punishment. Woof. And then he's going to pop my field spell. But it's okay, I have the Arrival, and so I can bring my Reich back out and special summon my Meek because I control a monster with 1500 attack, 21 defense, special the blue, and then I can go into my sprite plays, special the Jet so I can add a starter, and then I'm going to go into Lightcart so I can add Prime Planet Reichphobia, which gets me to my Vsauce, which then I can use Vsauce to destroy the Meek, special summon itself, get another Meek. From there, I can just link into my Stardust Axel Synchron Dragon, but that is going to be negated by Solemn Judgment, no problem. So then I can link into Cross Sheep, and then banish the Vsauce and the Reichheart for Vicious Shroud. Cross Sheep's effect is going to trigger, letting me special summon a level 4 or lower from my graveyard. Vicious Shroud's effect is going to let me destroy 1 monster on the field and have it gain attack. And that's pretty much game because I just have too much advantage and I'm about to attack for a lot of damage. Alright, so that is it for the OCG topping Manadome deck list. If you feel like we missed something, if you think there's a better way to play this deck, put it down in the comments below. We respond to every comment. And be sure to make that subscribe button click. Be sure to click that subscribe button. I think I'm going to leave this in actually. See you next time on Ghost Bros Gaming.